Hello everyone. It is January the 2nd. Still in recovery mode. I'm leaving Mungu today. I'm leaving the Canggu area. Probably for good. So still waiting on my renewed passport. Could be any day now. Could be a week from now. Just renewed my motorbike for one more week. Today I am going to Sanur. First time. Never been there, but booked 3 nights. Curious to check it out. I think it will be a nice place to stay for a little bit, at least for 3 nights. And then I can consider going to Uluwatu after for a few days. It's all going to depend on the passport at this point. As soon as that's ready, I will be pretty much out. So, I'm gonna leave today in like 30 minutes, around 3 p.m. It's a bit hot, very hot day, but I want to avoid the traffic, and that's a good in-between time to avoid traffic. So, shouldn't be too long. It's like between 50 minutes and an hour, maybe, something like that. I do need to send all of my stuff in the car again. That's the annoying thing at the moment. I can't get around it. But my next destination, I've sort of decided between flying to Bangkok or to the Philippines, staying in BGC in Manila. One of the two. I'll probably even make a video deciding which one to choose and try to get some input from you guys in the comments. But for now, we are in Bali still. Let's see what Sanur is like. Heard it's a bit retiree style, It could be a nice pace. I'm just staying 5 minutes walk from the beach, so that's a plus. No matter what, I'll be able to walk on the beach every day and have my own place with a shared kitchen, but I've had that since the beginning here, so yeah, perfect. Gonna take off soon. Gonna finish packing up, and yeah, let's go. So I gotta wait 25 minutes for the Gojek driver to come pick up the stuff. So, going for a walk. I'll show you around a little bit of this little village. This is where I stayed here. I'll show you. Really nice. Look at the greenery. They actually sell some of this. Like they grow certain trees to sell through Instagram. Very cool. I'll actually link it in the description in case you want to check it out. People are really into it, and they sell quite a lot. So some kind of fruit trees. Wish I knew exactly, but very cool. Yeah, really nice place. It was an Airbnb, and it's not actually available ever. They typically just have long stay people there, and it's like kind of booked in advance. Hello. You gotta be careful going around corners. Yeah, so the new place I'm staying is, it's a guest house, but I don't really know how many units or anything. It just says private room. Pretty basic, but hello. Yeah, I really enjoyed staying here. Good access to everything. Like it's literally 10 minutes from Canggu. It's right down the street from Mungu Beach, or I believe that's what the beach is called over here. A lot of dogs. When I first arrived, they really didn't like me, and so anytime I would venture away or come home, they were losing it. But a bit better now. Girls, the dog definitely did, yeah. Hello. The dogs don't really get bothered by women in the same way. They just kind of run up to them and are very loving. You will, if you stay in a village like this, definitely it's a much more close quarters situation with neighbors. I won't say people being in your business necessarily, but sort of, that's kind of what it is. Everybody is, kind of asking you where you're going, and always kind of having some conversation, which is okay. I don't mind it. But for some of you, because I've even like brought it up to people here, and some people tell me, oh, I don't like staying in a village because I don't have so much privacy type thing. Yeah, it didn't bother me actually. I actually found it quite nice for a change. Maybe because I've been staying in so many guest houses and just like private, maybe condo style places where I'm usually by myself. I mean, even the guest houses were rather quiet. I had some interaction for sure, but it wasn't quite like a hostel, where you maybe like constantly engaging with people. And usually that's what I prefer. I definitely prefer like the privacy usually, but it's nice to change it up. Really nice to mix it up. This is probably around 500 people in the village in total. Once you enter like past this point, and there's a lot of shops, a lot of warangs, different things there. So you don't need to leave very much unless you want to. Now I was every day, going to Canggu, going to the gym, which is also nearby. I mean, this is just really nice. Some rice fields here, some greens. I haven't actually walked out here where I'm walking now. I think it's fine. Yeah, highly recommended staying in like a more traditional place. I was lucky that the Airbnb host, she speaks very good English, and she's very interested in English and Western culture and having her children grow up speaking English. So, I don't think every spot would be quite as good. Depending on the English, you might not get the same kind of experience, but I think they would be just as loving, just a little bit less able to properly communicate, so maybe there'd be less conversation. But yeah, it's just really nice stay. It was just so much better than my time on Echo Beach or in Barawa Beach area by so much. So if I ever come back to the area, surely I will be looking in Mungu, Mengwi. Even a little bit closer to Canggu and Peraranan is also fine, if you can find an accommodation for a good price. Just nice to get out of the true hustle and bustle. There is traffic over here, but it's not quite as bad. Peak times it can be. Now I just started to avoid going anywhere, 4:30 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m. I try and wait until just outside of that time, I mean, there's just a lot of open field here. It's a cool little house here, just kind of on its own. It does look like it's attached to the village though. Can't really tell, but it looks like it. Let's see. Yeah, really nice place. Hello. I don't know if it's supposed to be like private property. It's like a chicken farm. So I think that's what that says. In the US, if you were to venture out into property like this, where it was like maybe private or something, you could get shot. You know, if you're out in Texas or anywhere in the South, I mean, you just start venturing into somebody's fields, you know, you might just get gunned down. But I'm very confident that that won't happen to me here. So, oh, it's warm. It's warm. Should be a nice ride. It's not too much different than going to Denpasar. It's like a little bit further maybe, but not that much. So yeah, it should be an easy ride. It's definitely quicker than driving to Uluwatu from Canggu from here. Yeah, the last 2 weeks have definitely been far better. So between Uluwatu and staying here, yeah, it was really pleasant. It was nice. Still happy. We'll be happy to get out of Bali in general. Some of it was because of the holidays too. I mean, it's almost unavoidable in a touristy area. Christmas, New Year's, that it's going to be crazy. I had a great time on New Year's. This year was, you know, I went a little bit wild. I probably was, in the clips that you saw at the end with those girls back at the apartment, you know, that was around like noon, you know, maybe 11 a.m. So it was pretty long session, long night. Bunch of different spots. You know, at some points I was just not able to continue filming deep into the night. You know, had to cut it a little bit and just enjoy the time. It was excellent. You know, no complaints on that front. Multiple times I had said in the video, like, oh, I think I'm gonna head back home. I think it's time to head back. That was at like 3 a.m. You know, that was at 2 a.m. And so I'm glad I continued because I haven't done anything like that in a while. I haven't really gone heavy in a long time. So I start to feel a little cooped up, a little bored. And unfulfilled, you know, feels like missing something. As much as I don't want to party in the ways that I used to, super regularly, I think periodically there's some importance to getting that, you know, that release, that social connection with people, and yeah, just kind of letting loose a little bit. I've been spending all of my time on YouTube. I haven't even had enough time to put into my Instagram, my tattoo design stuff, which is kind of paying for everything at this point. So I've fallen off of that a little bit because I'm putting so much into YouTube. And right now in Bali, I'm not getting so much viewership, so it's a little tough. And I'm not monetized yet. I won't be monetized for a little bit, maybe another 2 months. Hopefully I can pick up the viewership again going either to Bangkok, which I was getting thousands of views in Thailand on each video mostly, or going to the Philippines, which I believe I can get even more viewership. You know, English-speaking country. Hey, bro. English-speaking country, super high viewership. And so just watch so many people who I follow, who I enjoy, especially Mergim Vlogs, a great vlogger who moved to the Philippines and just really took off, you know. And it's not all attributed to that, but, you know, it helps a ton. So I'm considering it. It's not cheap in BGC in Manila, but Bangkok is not that cheap either now, although it's not crazy. So I have some deciding to do on that front. But yeah, again, no complaints. Whenever the passport comes, it comes. Now that I booked the motorbike for another week, you know, ideally almost, I guess it takes another week. If I were to get it tomorrow, I'd be like mildly salty that I just extended the motorbike. It actually doesn't expire for 2 days, the motorbike, so I have like 9 more days with it. So that's an update. That's everything that's going on. Hello, how are you? Good? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year too.
It's an update. Hello. I mean, I do love the traditional style of the buildings over here, of the houses. I mean, it really is a nicer, a more interesting, maybe because I'm from the US, it's more interesting for me than contemporary new style architecture, which I really like as well. But I think part of the reason I'm here in Asia is to experience something different, to have a different style of living and surroundings than I had growing up and for so many years, you know, my whole life. So, you know, it's quite interesting. It's quite cool. And I had never stayed in an area like this. The closest thing was, you know, staying in Kerobokan my first time coming to Bali. You know, it's just between Canggu and Seminyak. That was my other favorite spot. But maybe that was because it was 2017, 2016, I forget. And so, you know, it was a different time, both where my brain was at and where Bali was at. So could be a little bit of that too. But I think Kerobokan is still a great area and still has a lot of the traditional stuff still there. Okay, back at the place. Gonna see how long it says for the Gojek driver. Relax for a moment. Yeah, then we'll be on our way. Just arrived. Took me about an hour exactly with traffic, so not bad. I'm gonna show you the room. It's quite nice. Say hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, the room is good. I have private kitchen, which I didn't expect that. So it's a pleasant surprise. The only pet peeve, which I have about every room in Bali, is the cleaning products, the perfume, fragrance in all the products, the laundry, like it's so strong, chemical products. I mean, it's just like really intense, but it's okay. Private kitchen, I mean, that's, you don't really get that in Bali, so pretty pleased. Big room too. And I have a proper desk, have an actual like computer chair pretty much, you know? Not bad. Plus like all this additional space here, a lot of space, like if I really wanted to, okay. I could put all my clothes in there. But yeah, this works. Booked 3 nights. Said if I want to book additional nights outside of Airbnb, it's $250K per night. Nice deal. Not bad. Like $17 a night. So it's 5 minutes walking to the beach. As soon as my Gojek gets here, in 15 minutes, I'm going to take a walk down to the beach. Let's see, it's 5:05 p.m. That's good. We can catch sunset. Yeah, once I leave the place, I will let you guys know the name and, you know, yeah, so you can book it if you want to. but I'm pleased so far. You know, now I know not to make a quick judgment until I stay in a place for a little bit. Because too many times I've either thought I really liked it, and then, you know, some things came up, or I thought I hated it, and then I ended up liking it. So, first impression, very good. Except the floral smell. I mean, it's strong. You know, sometimes it's to cover up mold or something. Other times it's just because that's what they use, you know. But now if I get laundry done here, I tell them, like, you know, no perfume. Important. It's just such an allergen. It's like not great. So yeah, a nice room. We'll head down to the beach soon. All right, got all my stuff. Head down to the beach. It's around 5:40. Great timing. Might have a little something. Bye, see you tomorrow. Nice lady, nice girl. Kind of cute, to be honest. Kind of cute. Kept telling me how much she likes my tattoos. She wants to get tattoos, I guess, but she's scared of the pain. Let's see, I think I can manage my way to the beach without the map. It's pretty much that way, but there's no direct, there's a dead end, so let's go left. Got BJ's right on the corner. Little tennis. First impression of Sanur in general coming in is that it's pretty nice. Felt like once I got into Sanur, actually, or by the beach area, there's not traffic. We'll see later when I go to the supermarket. There's a supermarket here called Popular, which I think is owned by Pepito, just because it's like the same exact branding. So almost sure it's essentially Pepito. But I'm not 100%. Could be, I don't know. There's Pepito and there's Festive. I can't really, a Festive for me is much better and it's cheaper. I mean, maybe Popular is actually owned by Festive. I can't remember in terms of like the colors that I saw. It's like a rainbow colorway. Hello, Saigon coffee, little Vietnamese coffee. Okay, should be able to just make a left here. So there's a bunch of restaurants, resorts. You know, Sanur is known for having a lot of beachside resorts. Yeah, that's kind of what it is, but not strictly. You know, not quite like Nusa Dua or something, which doesn't have much else at all going for it. You know, Sanur still has quite a expat population. It's not strictly tourists. And there's also, I mean, a lot of locals here, so it's pretty mixed, Western and local. Convenience store. It's definitely nice though. It's not run down, you know, it's solid vibe. Definitely saw some older folks riding bikes, quite a few. See what it looks like when we get down to the beach. This looks like a nice little spot. Lingalonga. Red Mana. A restaurant. Seafood. Gosh, still haven't eaten any seafood since I arrived in Indonesia. Probably we'll do it over here, actually. This place looks quite nice. Let's take a peek in. What is this? Nata Bali Villa. It's actually a pool in the place that I'm staying too. I'll have to take a peek at that. I didn't even know. Have a pool and a private kitchen, which were not even advertised in the listing. Yeah, this is nice. I like that. You know, I mean, they showed the kitchen in the listing, but usually they just kind of show it with the room photos and make it almost look like it's part of the room. This time it actually was, so you know, you got your standard beachside shops here. Bags, sunglasses, all the things, you know. Haggle City. Don't want to haggle for anything in these spots. Watches. Hello, how are you? Good, thank you. This is definitely the way to the beach here. It's Hanoi restaurant. Quite a few Vietnamese spots. I've actually seen 3 Vietnamese spots in just a 5-minute period. Hoàng nhiều nhiều nào nào. Nhiều nhiều. It's like villas there. A lot of greenery. Some traditional style. Very nice. Yeah, that's nice. Ah, it's a spa. I'll have to see if I can find a cheap massage over here. Check this out. That's funny. That's like real 90s vibe. Hello.
Yeah.
Classic style shop, drugstore. A lot of bikes for rent. Bicycles, I should say. Yeah, I guess it does have that vibe of like riding a bicycle around would be quite easy because it's not busy and so it's not so dangerous. Almost don't really need the motor. I mean, yeah, it is still quite nice to have the motorbike here, especially you want to go to the supermarket and stuff. But in general, like going to the beach, I'm not going to take the motorbike. Hello. Spa. That place probably not too expensive. Pretty much just got to look for the spots that don't look super fancy if you want to get a massage that's not super pricey. Fancy place doesn't equal a good massage. No, it can be nice to be in like a beautiful place. It can add to like how it feels serene. Oh wow, the popular market is over here. Unbelievable. More clothes here. Hey brother, how are you?
Hello brother, how are you? Good.
Good,
Happy
very
New
good.
Year.
Happy New Year, man. Hello.
Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, the grocery store's right here. Can walk there. All right, well, forget what I said. I literally wouldn't need a motorbike at all here. I did not need to extend it. Well, I needed to get here, but I could have went in the taxi with my stuff for the same price. Had no motorbike, and I would have been fine. Yeah, the market is literally right down the street. That's amazing. Oh, I love that. Wow, that's incredible. I have the option already to extend the place if I want more days. I would just have to tell her not too late. So let's see, 60 minutes, 80,000. Very cheap. Good price. Kisumasar. Hello. Shops, many shops. I mean, I can't travel with any more items than I already have, so I'm not thinking about buying anything, unfortunately. doctor, dentist. Have everything you need in a little radius. Yeah, how are you? Tours? I'm good. Hi, how are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you so much.
People are nice. I mean, Indonesian people are super nice in general. Hello. Nice. Nice art. Very cool. Loka Gallery, yeah? Yeah, Happy New Year. He wanted me to film the shop, but he really didn't want to be on film. At a jewelry store. Silver Sanur.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
My channel.
How are you, bro?
Let's do it.
Hey, man.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Share and
Yeah,
follow.
bro. You know, very good. I mean, I'd listen to that guy if I were you. That is some sound advice. Is this place pretty nice? God, some of these places are very big. Huge places. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, that's too Indonesian of a word for me to. It looks like it'd be accommodations, but I'm actually not super positive. Some more massages. Guardian Pharmacy up here. Yeah, you really have everything you need. Again, I think I'm going toward the beach. I could ask somebody, but it would make sense too with the shops I'm seeing. I will just go this way. I think that this. Who knows? Sushi spot. God, I would love to have some good sashimi. If I can find some. Is a beach this way? Beach? That way. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You see, I was going the wrong way, so. Very good. Free Cosmic Colada. Buy one, get one free. Okay, this way. Oh. Yeah, nice first impression. I like this. This is a bit my speed. Hey, brother.
Hey.
Definitely no party action over here, which is just what the doctor ordered. So nice. Digging it. Today will be a more long style vlog, like some of my, my original stuff. Just want to kind of show the place, explore, let you guys see what's around. Oh, that's a great spot. Yeah, this is toward the beach. Now we are going the right way here. That's cool. I like that. I don't know how big the beach is. Probably a pretty long beach. If there's a beach walk, I assume it's fairly long beach. Imagine it's lined with shops down at the beach also. Yeah, it's not too busy. I mean, it's the 2nd of January, so we are just after the holidays. Maybe some people stay an additional couple days, I assume a lot of other people get right back to like work, go back, wherever they're traveling from. Yeah. Everything was closed yesterday trying to pick up some Western Union. Everything closed. Today, everything's back in order. Okay. That is cool. Very cool. Some of that stuff takes just like so much time and skill, especially the like structures and like temple like stuff, the architecture. Hello. I mean, it's wild. Even where I was just staying back in Canggu, like I'm wondering like what it costs for some of that. I mean, they've had it for so many years in that village, but it's like the structures they have inside. See, I mean, like these are cool. This is why I like traditional Balinese art and architecture. It's really cool. I was saying earlier how it's because I'm from America, but it's not just that. It can be a little more interesting, I think, universally than like contemporary Western architecture and design. You know, we don't really do stuff like that. It's more just about clean or minimal stuff. Pantai Simawang. Oh wow, this looks nice. It's almost like I would say a marina, a harbor over here. You know, a lot of boats. Quite nice. This spot's busy, that's for sure. I don't know what it's called. I don't see a name. Stua di Pantai. Walk this way. Not sure which end of the beach I'm at, or if I'm in the middle or what. So I don't really know which way to walk, but I think it's fine. Surf lessons. What does it cost? $500,000 for an hour and a half surf lesson. So like $30, hour and a half surf lesson. I have nothing to compare that to, but sounds reasonable enough. There's definitely parts of the beach that are more like big sand area and no boats, I would say, just from what I've seen in videos, but I'm not sure. We'll see here. We'll walk all the way this way first till we get to some kind of dead end. Nice breeze now. Yeah, that drive from Canggu area is not bad. Fireworks? No, it's okay, thank you. Buy out this whole stock. Get some liquidation fireworks that nobody wants at this point because it's finished. New Year's is finished. It's like buying winter jackets right after the season. Get a good price. Although this is only for one day, so you gotta kind of wait till the 4th of July though. You know, that works. A lot of restaurants here. A lot of warongs. Not so much restaurants. Yeah, they are. They just don't look like it so much from the outside, but obviously from the menus, Proper warung. Fish, Indonesian dishes. It's nice over here. It's peaceful. Pretty quiet. Right as I say it's quiet, there's some fireworks going off. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna use this stock that I have a little fun. Yeah, so I have the option to extend my stay. You know, I think I'll stay one night first and then determine if I want to. I think for the sake of shooting content, I probably won't stay more than 3 nights in Sanur. I wouldn't mind going back to Uluwatu. I just had such a nice time there. I was ready at the end of the 1 week. Hey, ready at the end of the 1 week to go. But now I'm like already wouldn't mind going back. I think it's just because mostly what there is to do there is like go to the beach for sunset, you know. And once I kind of exhausted that and did it like so heavily, even though I could do it every day, you know, I think, yeah, you get a little bit tired of it, or I do. And so now that I didn't really go to the beach at all in Mungu, in Canggu, like after in Uluwatu, it's like, why would I? I mean, so I haven't really gotten quite as much sun. I haven't really been exercising or walking. I've been going to the gym consistently, but I do like to have additional cardio, walking, you know, every day. And so I think if it wasn't for filming, I would easily not mind staying in Sanur for a week, and I would just kind of focus on, yeah, walking and going to the gym, eating healthy, and doing work on my laptop, focusing on my design stuff. I do need to continue making money at the moment until I'm monetized. And so I need to shift a little bit of my time toward the design work away from YouTube. And I'm not going to take any of the, it's not going to take away from it, I will say. But I've been really obsessive about it with improving and getting better at editing. And yeah, I've gotten obsessive with it. Which I think it will pay off in the end. There's just a slight lull feeling because of the lower viewership in Indonesia. And so it's like, yeah, mildly discouraging, but so December 24th to the 31st is also like a super low viewership time for YouTube, for travel vlogs, you know, unless you do content like around Christmas or New Year's content and you actually upload it during that time, then maybe you can, you know, you could do well. But in general, since I'm quite behind with my vlogs, like maybe 7 to 10 days out, I don't know. I mean, I was getting substantially more views before, but it's up and down. YouTube is always going to be up and down. And so let's see. We'll see how it pans out over the next 1 month, especially with leaving Indonesia. Either Thailand or Philippines will both be better options for filming. Very interested in traveling around Thailand. I think doing some Bangkok content as well as maybe go to Phuket, maybe do a little bit of a motorbike tour type thing. I feel like I was always a little bit hesitant to do that just because it's a bit dangerous and I didn't have it set up to where I could really film while on the bike properly. So I hadn't really thought about it seriously, but after traveling around here on motorbike, I think like, oh, okay, I could do it in Thailand. Why not? The roads here aren't exactly great either. Maybe better than some parts of Thailand that I'd be traveling around, but it would be really cool to go to some lesser explored areas, some lesser touristic areas, and stop off, maybe stay a night in small village type spots and rural spots in Thailand, on my way in between like bigger destinations. That would be pretty cool. Changing location constantly, traveling around without too much stuff would be ideal. Prama. That's a nice spot. Huge pool. I do like that there's not music playing over here. I mean, to me, that's a huge plus. When you are at a place where every, 2 minutes it's changing to a different place's music, it's freaking horrible. So it's a nice change. It looks like I'm getting over to the area with a little bit more resorts. Restaurant. Oh, that's the Prama restaurant. See, it is now 6 o'clock. Sunset's around 6:30 here, I find. I don't know where's the best spot. The sun is like straight ahead of me, so I assume that it will curve around, and that part of the beach on the other side will be good for sunset. I'm not sure. Nice spot here. Yeah, it's nice. Nice bamboo style. A lot of people. Yeah, good amount of people in general. Once you're down here, and some of the restaurant spots, I think probably due to the time as well. Good amount of people. A lot of people. It is certainly a older demographic, but it's mixed. I would say it's not necessarily super old. A lot of 30-somethings and 40-somethings as well. You're probably going to see less 20-somethings in general, but it depends what you're looking for. Got some kids playing volleyball here. Getting serious about it. It's hot. It's super hot. I find myself sweating all the time. Usually my shirt is just soaked from the top to the bottom, actually. The beach sauna club now open. Sauna, ice bath, cold plunge, hot tub, pool. 4 hours unlimited access. That's probably not cheap. I've yet to find like a sauna and cold plunge at something that I deem like a reasonable price that I could justify to spend. It's mostly because if I'm doing that, I kind of want to make it a routine. I want to do it a couple times per week. And so if it's $15, $20, then it's not plausible to do it. Hello. It's not plausible to do it 3 to 5 times a week. It's just not. What do you guys spend $200 a month on a sauna and a cold plunge? I mean, it's crazy. Cute dog. So, yeah, happy with my choice to come to Sanur. My other option, which I've mentioned multiple times, was to go to Ubud. And I just keep struggling to find a good accommodation there. So it's the only thing that has stopped me so far from going, is lack of accommodations. There's accommodations there, and they're not all expensive, but they either don't have a kitchen or they don't have a desk set up, a desk and chair. Those are the only ones that are like reasonably priced. And so, yeah, those are necessary for me. You have a little playground. Sanur seems like a good area to raise kids in terms of safety and, you know, probably less like scams and like sketchy things going on, less lawlessness. I mean, Canggu and even like Uluwatu as well is so lawless feeling. Just like in ways that, yeah, it doesn't feel like great. For me nowadays, there's some type of charm to it, you know, the roads and like kind of doing what you want on the motorbike. That's cool, especially more so when I was younger. But I think at some point now I start to value having a decent society feeling and infrastructure. It's important, really important. There's a place here, a little pool. Kind of nice. Don't know what it is. And not bad. Restaurant. I don't think it's going to be the strongest sunset anyways tonight. This is a little bit like almost gray and foggy looking in the sky. So, not sure, but we will see. Genius Cafe. Good amount of people there. Okay. Quite a lot of people. I mean, eating right on the beach is a nice feeling, you know. Especially if it's not super expensive. It would make sense why it's busy. I do love this walking path. It's literally the first place now in over 3 weeks in Bali that I've like had a place to really walk, or I've seen somewhere that feels walkable. Other than like when I was in Legian and Double Six, kind of Kuta has the beach walk too. That was solid. It was definitely the only thing I could compare. But Uluwatu, Canggu, there's just nowhere to walk. You cannot walk around. Which may be good for, I mean, I have found now that a lot of people do not like to walk places. You know, especially in Thailand, like people don't really like walking. Like distances that I find, like, oh, of course we're gonna walk. It says it's a 16-minute walk, something like that. People will scoff at that. A 20-minute walk, it's like, are you nuts? 40 minutes round trip. I think that's like essential part of, can't walk properly, but yeah, I think it's essential part of like living is having that activity. I feel better when I have it. I mean, some would say it's a waste of time. You know, there's something to like productivity and cutting down on time, depending on your life and your job, sure. And maybe not all the time. But if you do have the time, we'll just walk. There's boats everywhere. So far, every part of the water since I got onto the beach is covered in boats. It's a weird little, it's like a patch of grass up there with nothing there. I think in the future I would always come out here with my sneakers. If I'm doing long walks, sandals is not the move. But I didn't really know if I'd be stepping out onto the beach in the water. See, over here there's a lot of people out here. It's the first area I saw a lot of people out in the water. Honestly, it turns into like grass. Like I couldn't even tell you why people chose this part. I guess because the sun, you can kind of have a view of the sun over here. A lot of people out on like kayaks as well, just like kind of kayaking around like in a pool, like a pool. That's funny, that's interesting. No white people. Just an observation. Yeah, a lot of people out there. I guess not grass. I thought it was grass. It's just like, who knows, right? Who knows? It does make it easy to walk on. It's a plus. It's nice over here. This might be the end of this side of the beach. That could also be part of it. A lot of families. This part is just all kids and families. Looks local to me, looks all local. You know, the other parts that I was walking past were more like Chinese and Russian and mixed European. Some Australian, you know. Again, very few Americans at all in Bali, period. Oh, I see. So there's a car park over here. That explains it. Just get out of the car and get on the beach. No walking necessary. As I was just saying. Might be the end. I'm just gonna... Yeah, maybe I'll go back the other way. Kind of head back the other way and shut the camera for a bit and kind of resume when I get back to the starting point and head in the other direction. Curious if it changes at all in terms of, you know, boats being out there. So I'm not sure if you can catch a great sunset from Sanur Beach. I don't know if there's any beach around on the other side either. I don't know. I'll have to speak to somebody about it and see. I have a friend who lives here. She moved here from Canggu, one of my like oldest friends from Bali. And now she lives here. She likes it. So, cool.
Oh, so cute.
Very cute.
Hello.
Hi, baby. Hi. What kind of dog is that? Do you know
This
the name, the breed of the dog?
this Speaking in form.
Okay. Wow. How old?
2.5 months.
Oh. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Well, it's starting to get dark now. Won't be able to film too much more outside today. Do some more content the next 2 days as well. Try and figure out the best spots to film in Sanur. I'll definitely film more down the other way. Yeah, that was the end of the beach where I was. I checked on the map, and it's not even quite Sanur Beach, that part. It's a different, it's called something else. So, like the main part of Sanur Beach is down the other way, the other direction. And then there's, it's called like, I think Sunrise Beach. I'm so bad with remembering stuff. I mean, I just looked. I may be off the weed for almost a month, but can't say that my memory is sharp yet. I'm sure the more time, like if I really take several months, 6 months, I'm sure I'll have a noticeable improvement in my memory, my cognitive ability. I mean, like I mentioned before, of course, I'm a different person on camera now. Like I'm much quicker, but doesn't mean I'm not still a little bit slow on the draw, and memory's not sharp. I've also had no sleep. Like, went out on New Year's Eve, probably stayed out just until the afternoon, you know, and ended up sleeping around 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. So I slept 3 hours, and last night I fell asleep around 2 a.m., woke up around 8 a.m., so I got 6 hours. And just this whole trip, I've been like on such a low amount of sleep. I mean, I really have like serious dark circles under my eyes. It's not a joke. You know, people consistently are telling me that I look like I need to sleep. It will level out, you know, it has to level out, considering I'm not drinking. And I'm not smoking. It will balance out. Now, if I go back to Thailand, I need to be very cautious about how I approach smoking. If I choose to do it, I need to set serious boundaries and limits for myself. It's the only way. Or whether that's weekends, whether that's evenings only, you know, I think it would be nice if I could, in theory, you know, always be filming not stoned. And then, you know, if I'm editing, which can be stressful with the laggy laptop, maybe have a smoke then, you know, that would be decent, not bad. And ideally not every day, because it will build up in my system and I'll become slower. So finding the balance is really important. Or maybe staying off for a longer time. That is another draw to going to Manila instead, you know. I'm also interested in Kuala Lumpur, but the viewership is just not as high, and it's not as English speaking of a country, so it's just like lower on my list now. Unfortunately, I do need to think about YouTube and the viewership. If I can find a good price accommodation in BGC, then I will go to Manila. I was seeing stuff for like $500 US to $600 US. Not like the nicest compared to what you would get in Bangkok for that price, but we'll see. I have so much stuff that I can't even just go there for a week. Go there for 2 weeks, try it out. I refuse to keep paying $150, over $100, whatever, different depending on the flight, overweight luggage fee. It's not plausible. So if I go back to Bangkok, I'm putting the stuff in a storage unit, and then I'll have more freedom. Now, I could probably do the same in Manila, but I don't think it's as plausible. Now, I don't know since I've not been there. So I would love to hear some input on, one, what you think BGC Manila versus Bangkok, or just going to the Philippines versus Thailand. And in terms of storing all my stuff, what's a good option, either in Bangkok or in BGC? Do you think it's realistic? Bangkok just feels comfortable for me. I already know it. I know the area. I know I'm happy there day to day. I really enjoy staying there. And it's very easy to travel around from Bangkok within Thailand and out of Thailand. From everything I've seen, it's not so easy to get around from BGC. You're kind of confined to the area, which I would be okay with since I've not been there. And, if I'm getting a lot of views and engagement from that, it would make it really worthwhile. So I have to think about it. I will stop at the supermarket on the way back, give a quick film inside there, see what it's like. Sure, it's very much the same. I've been to a popular market before, back in the day. I don't remember where. Maybe they had it in Canggu before, and now it's just Pepito and Festive. But I definitely didn't see one this time around, I don't think. A lot of dogs. A lot more dogs here, for sure. Now there's a lot of people around. I'd say all the restaurants seem very busy for dinner. Some of these restaurants might be quite good. I have to do some research on the best food in Sanur and see what's some good options. A lot of live music type situations as well, which is cool. I think if I'm sitting somewhere eating, I would prefer to have some live music, or otherwise I'll sit there and watch YouTube with some headphones. I like to watch something or listen to something when I'm eating if I'm by myself. So it's a nice thing. It's very. How are you? No, thank you. It's a peaceful dinner situation here. Definitely feels like a good place for couples and families in general. I'd say more than anything. Okay. I'm gonna head toward the supermarket and I'll catch up there. Back out here on the main road. I went a little bit past where I was before. It's still kind of light out, so the lighting is actually quite good. So I'm just gonna film a little bit more. Just so many restaurants, and the massages are definitely cheaper here than you see in Canggu or Uluwatu. Typically I'm seeing 80,000, 85,000 for 1 hour. So, $5 for 1 hour. You could definitely, you could find that in Canggu pretty rarely. The ones that I paid that for, the quality was really not good. So, you know, I have to do some research and see, kind of look at the reviews, see what people say about some of these cheaper massage places here. But they all seem to be quite cheap, so they can't all be bad, right? Brazilian Aussie barbecue. We'll see what the meat prices are like at Popular Market. My observation was that at Festive, the prices were around 40% less than Pepito for same quality of meat. They had better options, more options as well. Yeah, more cheaper options. Hello. Like they have just as much import stuff. I mean, I buy the local like minced beef, the local minced pork, and at Pepito the pork is around 19,000 per 100 grams, and at Festive it's 12,000 per 100 grams. It's better. It's much more fatty, which I prefer. I mean, you don't want lean pork. And same with the beef. The beef is actually same quality. They're both good. But at Pepito, it's 25 to 30,000, depending which one they're selling at the time. Yeah, and then in Festive, it's around 17,000. So it's just much cheaper. Actually, at Pepito, the beef is 25 to 30,000, depending which one. Amigos, just like the guest house I was staying in, Amigos guest house. Don't really know where I'm going exactly. Don't know where the market is. Let me just have a peek at my maps and see here. This spot looks popular. Massimo, original since 1996. Ah, looks like gelato. Looks like ice cream. That would be good. It's like a bigger spa place, probably more money. All right, let me check my maps, see where the hell I'm going. I feel like they don't even sell minced beef or minced pork, which is not good. Hi, do you have minced beef or minced pork?
Yes.
Minced pork or minced beef? Chopped? Like minced, ground. Chopped, like real. I see. So she chops it first and then puts it into the grinding machine. So they do have a machine to make mince. That makes sense. So I could probably get any cut I want made into mince. I mean, I never thought about that. That's pretty great. I'm definitely gonna ask for the pork shoulder.